Hello everybody, welcome back to Dominions 5. We are in the thick of it. This is the tournament finals. We're playing as MA Ulm. It is turn 36, and we are getting 2v1'd after losing our first army to a failed war against Pythium. So we got elfed pretty hard by Vanheim. You notice that on a couple of occasions, like Vanheim actually lost a rating elf commander just to RPD. And on a few other occasions where we actually met him, we kind of wrecked him. Which is why I was really looking forward to a 1v1 with Vanheim, because if it hadn't been for the need for me to bring back all my troops and consolidate to fight off a big Doomstack from Jotunheim, I could have deployed into tons of little squads and just crushed this elfing raiding force. And so, I mean, like well timed by Vanheim, you know, that's to his credit. But I really think this would have been a great matchup. I really could have wrecked all that raiding that was going on. So as it stands, this is turn 36. So we've received 1,100 gold from East, like I mentioned at the end of the last episode. I'm starting to trade pretty heavily with East, so I'm selling gems or items, all sorts of stuff. On average, about 20 gold per gem. So for me, if I'm forging things, that's actually a great, that's a great deal for me, because I get like free gems from my forging benefit. And this is what's allowing me to continue to recruit guardians and mages in my capital. And only in my capital, because all the other forts are under siege right now. So let's look at what else got elfed. Okay, more elves against PD. Actually, there's a lot of battles here, but mostly it's just empty fights. So you see here, I was going to counter some elves or just retake a province from Vanheim. I pinged a few places with scouts because I have 1 billion scouts, and and now I can't afford the upkeep anymore. So I was just going to ping a few provinces. A couple of these provinces looked empty, so I thought maybe I'll get lucky. I didn't, but that's okay. So again, this is just like thugs versus empty PD, like just one PD, so nothing really to look at. These are a couple places where I pinged Jotunheim in case he didn't put any PD. Same thing here. Oh, this is on top of Jabera, which is this fort up here. And I think I was trying to do... what was I trying to do? Oh, I was trying to just bait gems, but I don't think it worked, or maybe it did work. Let's see. Okay, because a lot of these are astral, so they don't need slaves to communion up. I don't think this worked as a gem bait. I don't remember. Anyways, I just put a random dude with some random gear on it. Okay, that was that right here. Again, fighting PD. And now here we see Ind starting to attack Vanheim. Oh, and here is the last stand of Pythium, but he doesn't have anything left, so this is just East storming the fort. And Movarks are just going to come and kill everything. He actually only loses. Like, it looks like he loses stuff, but actually all he's losing is the Blackhawks. Okay. Vanabog. Okay. So, what is happening now? Well, like I said, I wish I could split this up into a bunch of small raiding parties and go take back all my stuff from Vanheim. But I can't, because I got to try to go kill this big force from Jotunheim. So we'll talk about that in a moment. I just want to point out that Vanheim here... So Ind is pushing in towards Vanheim's cap. Now, Vanheim is actually sieging down this fort. He's got a big army here. And unfortunately, because Vanheim took these provinces from me, I can't, like, attack and retreat. So I'm just, like, researching and forging until the walls break, and then we'll just maybe summon a few Earth Elementals and try to die nobly. But there's nothing much we can do here. This is not really being sieged. And in fact, but I don't think maybe I had something. I don't know. I don't break out yet. Anyways, that's happening. So what I'm doing at a minimum, so I've got this one raiding party over here. It's going to go back and try to take back this throne province, basically, with all these gems in it. And then I've got another small raiding force here of barbarians, which is totally suited to killing like the little bit of PD that you leave behind when you raid. So we're hopefully going to try to clean some of this up. Meanwhile, I've taken a small army from my cap, and we're going to go down here to try to reclaim this. So we're doing a minimal amount of reclaiming our land, but the main show here is going to be this attack. So we are breaking siege because they've broken down the fort walls, and we're going to attack with our big army. And let me show you the script. So, well, we still have the Allfather, who's doing his things. Now, I traded maybe last turn or 2 turns ago with End. He made me a Ghost Orb, which gives me 2 temporary death gems, so I won't have to spend any of my own death gems anymore, of which I have precious few. So we're still doing, we're doing Power of the Spheres, Wailing Winds. I want to get this up early enough. I could cast it turn 1, but it would give me a lot of fatigue, and it'd be hard to keep casting the rest of this stuff. So instead, we're going to do Power of the Spheres first. That'll give us Death 5. And then we can do Wailing Winds, so we'll have, it won't cost us 200 fatigue. Then after, we can do Summon Earth Power, and then we should have enough Reinvig to do the rest. I'm doing Strength of Gaia and then Poison Ward. I don't yet have enchantment 6 or 7 for Serpent's Blessing. So the main thing that I think Jotunheim could do, well, one of the main things, he can do a lot of scary things, but one of the main things he could do is Foul Vapors. And that's just going to suck. Now, Foul Vapors won't affect my Sacreds because we have poison resistance, but it is going to kill all my troops and all my other mages. So the best I can hope for is a bit of is a Poison Ward. Now, this has Area of Effect 15. It's going to go down, on my blob of core mages, so that'll be good. I could do more Poison Ward, but honestly, I think Wailing Winds is the key spell here, and I think that's going to win me this fight. So the mages here, all right, the Priest Smiths here, let me just select the Priest Smiths here so you can see. So these guys are, so they don't need to be blessed because we're going to fight with our Pretender. Some of them are doing a Summon Earth Power first and then Iron Blizzards, but a few of them are just doing Iron Blizzard on round 1 and then Summon Earth Power. And that has the chance to land on their backlines and disrupt their turn 1 script, which is why we're doing that. If we look at our regular Earth Mages, and there's a bunch of them also in the fort, they're doing similar things. We're doing a mix of Legions of Steel and Strength of Giants, so we'll blanket the entire army with both of those buffs. And then we're moving forward with 1 round of Blade Wind, just to kill some frontline chaff, that there'll be skeletons, whatever, just to give us one thing. And then we're doing an Earth Meld. So Earth Meld is a great spell because it has a pretty good area of effect, and it just roots stuff to the ground. Now, like these giants, like the Scryder, are going to be able to free themselves, but it's going to be a turn of slowing them down. It really allows for your, no matter what, their defense is going to go down, so it'll allow my 2-handed weapon guys to chop them down and just pins them down. Also for crossbow fire, which is also my Iron Darts fire. So this is going to stall the advance of the thugs, and then they're just on advance and cast spells. There's a couple of special guys. So this guy was an Earth 3, so he's going to do Curse of Stones. This is MR negates easily, but it does cause extra fatigue and give like lower combat speed and encumbrance, so that's always a good thing. And is there any... Yeah, this guy is doing several Curse of Stones. He's got temporary Earth Gems here, so we're just going to try to spam Curse of Stones a little bit because we can. Oh, I've got Fireboy over here. He's going to do, so he's doing Earth Power for regen, Phoenix Power for better fire pass, so he's going to be at F3, and then he's doing a bunch of cold resistance because these Jotunheim troops have chill. And so if this battle drags on, like these sacreds have chill, and if the battle drags on, then I don't want my guys to get too fatigued. Now, we are fighting in basically my dominion. I don't have strong temperature scales currently. It is this early spring, so we just ended winter. So that's very good. If we were fighting in cold 3, that'd be even worse. Actually, you can see that a bunch of these guys have earth gems, so they are doing... why do they have the earth gems? I think it's for... I don't know why they have earth gems. They have earth gems. Maybe they'll do earth elementals. Anyways, that's happening. Oh, I've got a couple of guys with communion slave matrices. These are priests. And in addition to my pretender, I also have my prophet. So we have Jerry, the brand manager here. Brand ambassador, sorry, who's our prophet. And the reason I've done that is so that I can cast fanaticism to increase everybody's morale. Now, divine blessing is redundant because we have a pretender, but whatever, we have it. So he's going to do fanaticism, and then he's going to be holy 4. So considering they're probably doing some communion undead turbo spam, this is going to be a pretty efficient, skeleton murderer. Okay, I think that's all there is. Oh, no, a few more things. So we've got a couple of scouts here. They have random crossbows that I was able to forge, so we've got some piercers. The piercer, by the way, is an earth-air crossbow. It does armor negating damage with a decent amount of precision. So just some extra chunky hits right into those thugs, and they, I believe, they're just scripted on fire, fire, fire. Yeah, and then finally, let's talk, I guess, about the formation. So it's basically a bigger version of what I had earlier. So we've got flanks here, hold and attack large monsters on the sides. We've got some blobs behind the flanks to catch a second line, right, if they wrap around on the side. We've got hold and fire. We've got some sappers. We've got hold and attack close. More sappers on hold and fire. Just a few shield boys in front. More lines of guardians in front. You can see here 2 lines in front. Then I've got a big line of flail guys hold and attack in the back. I don't think he has any flying attack rear dudes, but in case he does, we'll have people there. And these blobs in the center on hold and attack closest. So if something came from the back, we'd find them that way. That's basically it. Okay, that's it. That was turn 36. Let's load up turn 37. Okay. We got earth gems from Pythium. I'm not sure why we got earth gems from Pythium. I don't remember this. I think I sent a message to Vanheim saying, like, dude, you're, like, attacking me, but Ind is about to attack you. Like, what are you doing? Okay. All right, a lot's happening here. So, Copperwoods. This is... Somehow he must have charmed this from Ind. But then, whatever happened there, it doesn't matter because Jotunheim came in with a thug and killed it. Okay. Star Peaks, this is me counter-raiding, getting back province. This is East fighting Vanarus now. Here... Oh, this was unfortunate. So here we have like a full-on... this is just... I think this is just poorly scripted. Yep. Oh, geez, we got lucky that he fired his javelins first. Yeah, I don't think these guys... They didn't even get... Alright, this was, like, not scripted, unfortunately, so they didn't do Legions of Steel. So this was just a bad attempt at doing this. Like, I should have anticipated the possibility of him having Vans. But also, this is a little ambitious. Like for one commander and 10 vans, maybe 16 regular troops is not much. So should have had a bit more. Like Guardians would have been fine, obviously. But regular troops, maybe pushing it a little. Okay, Werewolf takes out the Divine Mummy, and then the battle in Jabero. Let's see if we get the battle we want. Yes, we wanted this battle to happen. So, let's do it. So, again, we have this. Oh, he's got heroic toughness. Good for him. So he's got some thugs here. So let's see, one thug. Actually, let's just do a quick. So he's got Gigias. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, we can look at the end on the report. But he's got a lot of them. And more mages here. Then Jarls. You can see all the werewolves. So there's about like 6 werewolves here. Yeah. A sparse line of giants up in front. A blob of giants up here. And then a communion. And we've got a bunch of dudes with really big two-handed weapons, and then a bunch of earth mages. Alright, so that was my first round of just Iron... Here's the Iron Blizzards, the first round of Iron Blizzards. Did we actually hit anything? I don't think so. I don't think we... Well, maybe. Yeah, a few of these are missing some hit points. But I don't know if we interrupted... I mean, I didn't look at this precisely enough. Anyways, let me bring up the... Just a moment, folks. I got a call. Okay, and I'm back. All right, let's get on with the show. So... Take a moment and place your bets. Who's going to win this fight? All right, here come... This is the second round. That big red flash, that's Curse of Stones. The MR negates easily effect that is pretty handily resisted, as you can imagine, by these fellows with 21 magic resistance. Because I'm pretty sure he cast anti-magic. He has built-in MR plus 3 into his Bless. So yeah, that's what that is. Oh my god, I didn't realize how high the MR was on these guys. That's just a waste of air gems, basically. So they have base MR of 13, which is great. We're in my drain scale, so there's another plus 1. Then he has plus 4 from anti-magic and plus 3 from the Bless. That's 21 magic resistance on just like his troops. The thugs don't even have amulets of anti-magic, and they were at 21 as well. All right, so Curse of Earth not going to do anything. Here come Iron Darts. Splat. Okay, so we just outright killed one of his cat mages. These ladies have like 40 hit points, by the way. Yeah, these are the cat mages with 40 hit points. We just deleted one of them. This one back here is down at 13. This one is at 5. This guy is in bad shape. Oh, he actually got hit by... I don't know if that was a curse or another curse. Anyways, that was a great volley. So he has put Grip of Winter up, which is a perfectly logical choice. This is one of the reasons why we are casting Cold Protection. Because our encumbrance is going to be pretty bad. I mean, fortunately, we're Earth, and we have... So, by the way, our Bless, in case you've forgotten, is Precision plus 3, bit of shock resistance, poison resistance, reinvigoration plus 2, Undying, HP, and Combat Farcaster. So we actually have 15 hit points. We have Undying 8, and we have like 9 reinvigoration because we've got our Bless... And we have Summon Earth Power. So it doesn't really matter what the weather is and the fact that we're in drain scales. Oh, we're going to keep casting forever. Okay, so that was one volley. Here comes volley number 2. Just deleted everything it touched, including whoever was doing Grip of Winter. Also, did you guys catch this earth meld here on the sacreds? Oh, look at that. It's so beautiful. All right. So only now have the and we missed whatever was going on here. So only now have troops actually started fighting. Okay. Um, let's take a look at the state of the battlefield. So we have killed 3 cat mages. One has 9 hit points remaining. We've killed a Jarl, a scout, and a werewolf. Killed a werewolf. Might have been one of the communion slaves. I don't know. And if we look at the units, obviously our guys haven't started fighting yet. The blood slaves got spent. Okay. Direwolves are the free spawn that come with the Allfather. Okay, Guardians. Okay, we lost a couple Guardians, so it looks like there were a couple of hits already from the Giants. And our Hobart crossbows. Okay, there's some long dead. Here are our smiths. Here are our sappers. Okay, here are his sacreds. He hasn't even started hitting me yet. Like half of them are dead. And if we look at them, it's all... Oh, this guy just got killed by our thug. Oh, I missed that. Because this is a Black Lord. These are the thugs that we have. So you can see with the lance, 16 points of damage, and hoof, 13 points of damage. With the sword of sharpness for 21 points. Oh, wow. These are the mini thugs with 2 earth gems worth of gear. Just wrecked of a giant sacred unit. Look at this. 1 round of attacks, 21, 16, and 13. So his sacreds have regen, but that only works if you don't die outright. He doesn't have like a complete murder breast. Like he doesn't have fortitude, which would have this damage. But still, that is pretty funny. Let's look at some of these others. This is what I thought we were gonna see. See these just getting killed by the iron darts. Because it's AP. Iron Darts is AP damage, guys. So they only have like whatever. I mean, they have. I think these units have 15 protection or whatever, but now it's only 7. So so it's just rolls. There's going to be chip damage every time. Now a bit of chip damage with regen isn't a big deal, but when you get hit by like 10 in a row, that's going to add up. Look, this volley is literally 9 hits, right? So 5, 13, 20, 31, 35 damage from iron darts in that one blob. Now, if you look up here, you'll see that he got hit by Blade Wind also. But see, Blade Wind isn't AP, which is why it's only good versus bad chaff. So here, the prot roll is versus 19, because he has a shield, I guess. Yeah, let's look at some of these others. I think it's going to be pretty similar. Yeah. See, iron darts deletes him. Iron darts. It's beautiful. I love it. Okay. But of course, his idea was, let's have, sacred regen giants up front. They'll last a while, and my turbo communion will get going, and we'll send a ton of skeletons. But his communion is dead because we killed it all with Iron Blizzard. Now, we are going to get a bit of friendly fire, I think, as we target and delete the rest of his guys. Now, actually, the other thing we have to focus on here is the Scrotty Thugs. So we've got Shore up here. We've got Brit. We've got Vaftrni. And we've got A. So let's keep an eye on these guys. That'll be what's important. Because obviously their giants are not doing anything. These guys are dead. So I'm just going to run a couple more turns. Okay, so one of them died here. So let's see what happened. Yeah, it was A here. By the way, Algot was... Well, I mean, he died to Iron Blizzard. Not sure. I think he was a guy in the back. Must have been a communion slave. Okay, so A died here. How did he die? Well, let's find out. So he does have liquid body and quicken self. And he has a flesh eater, which is important because we're counting on wailing winds, but this guy has gone berserk, so it's not going to matter, right? So if we look at... okay, so actually this is very interesting. So Dust Dagger is, I think, armor negating. I have to double check. But here, he hit the Guardian in the leg with a Flesh Eater for only 5 points of damage. And here you can see he's hitting my guys. The Flesh Eater is not actually doing a lot of damage because we have like 26 protection. Actually, this guy didn't even get Legions of Steel, so he's only at 23. But still, that's a lot of protection. And now, to be fair, he got bad rolls because it's 38 damage. Oh, it's because it was targeted on an arm that the total damage was reduced, because the damage would have been up to 13. Yeah, and the Dust Dagger is just killing us. But the Bite doesn't do much because of our protection here. Interesting. Yeah, prot roll of 26 plus 10, damage of 23 plus 7. Okay, but look, the Scrouty Thugs are going to delete humans. Like, that's not really in question, but this is what's happening on the other side. So, Guardian with a Black Halberd. So, he got... ...2 points, damage increase of 2. That's weird. Why did this one count as 26? Oh... because this got the shield. This was parried by the shield. See, the attack roll of 19 versus defense of 18, we were in range of the shield. So that's why the protection value here is so high. So even with that, we did a bit of damage. And then another 8 points, another 8 points. I'm not quite sure how the 8 goes to... Oh, no, because then it's a liquid body. Okay, sorry. So I'm not used to reading the log with liquid body. So over here, this is the damage that would normally happen, but then... So it normally would have taken 16 damage, but because he has liquid body, it's halved, so he takes only 8 damage. So liquid body, key spell here, because otherwise he would have taken 32 damage from 2 Guardians. Each of these hits is hitting for like 16 damage, because big two-handed weapons are awesome. So instead, he only takes 8 damage, 8 damage. Next round of combat. Now, he regens, I don't know, 8 or something. I have to double check, maybe 7. Next round of combat. 4 damage. Again, this is halved because of liquid body. 3, so not a lot. So he stays neutral in his hit points, right? But notice there's only 1, 2, 3, 4. There's only 5 dudes. That's only 2 squares. And he's like a single thug. So now... another round, he's still only got like 4 guys hitting him. Partly because I think he has a Vine Shield, so that's what's reducing the incoming damage. But honestly, he would die from this eventually, because each round, look, he's taking 5, 6, 8, 1. That is more than he's regenning. So over time, just these guys would kill him. As it stands, he's about to get hit by like 3 rounds of Iron Darts, which just do a boat ton of damage if you add all this up, all these little numbers, and he just dies. So that's what happened to A. Let's see what's been going on over here with another one of the thugs. Cold Fatigue, because he's next to his buddy, so we're going to get a lot of spam from Cold Fatigue. So he's just taken a bunch of chip damage so far. He took 1 round of Iron Darts over here. Yeah, just a bit of chip damage so far on that guy. Brit is still doing fine, and Sure is still doing fine. So let's keep watching. So this is the next guy who's probably going to fall. And then we've got the 2 buddies side by side over here. Okay. I hope you saw that, because he just got deleted by Iron Darts. So this was Faf Through a Near. So let's scroll down to the bottom here. Yep. So these were a few like scattered Iron Darts volleys. And then, you know, he got hit by, you know, Black Halberd for 8 damage. Okay, great. And then just a ton of little damage. And it really highlights the importance of, first of all, obviously having Arrow Fend. But right now, he's made all these guys sacred so that they would regen more. Now, imagine if he had... I still don't think it would save these guys, but the Shroud of Battle Saints doesn't add a lot of protection. So he could have his guys up to, like... Let's say they were at, like, 30 protection. I mean, that's conceivable. Maybe more realistically, like 20-something protection, because he doesn't have, like, Earth Pass. He's got Construction 4, whatever. He makes, like, Ice Armor or something. 16 protection on the chest. So let's say he was at, like, 22 protection. This prot roll here would be 11 plus whatever. So all the two, like each one of these lines of damage would be reduced by an additional 2 or 3. That's significant because I'm just doing chip damage. Now, a lot of, you know, there's a wide range. So sometimes I'm doing 5 or 8 or 9, but a lot of times it's 0 or 1. So just having a bit more, now it's, again, it's halved because this stuff is AP damage. But you can see that in large numbers, these Iron Darts are completely deadly. Okay, and there's only one guy. But the other thing is, then he would lose the regen, or he would lose 10% regen, right? So he'd be regenerating a lot less. So he'd be taking less damage, but regenerating less damage. So it is a fine line to walk. Oh, Wailing Winds, this guy's running away. Too bad, he still had 100 hit points. Oh yeah, he got, this guy got Earth gripped, so now his defense is poop, which means that, oh, he's also retreating, but he can't because he's surrounded. So these guys are fighting Divine Shields. We'll get back to him in a moment. I think there's some dudes here that haven't decided to leave yet. Does he get away? Yeah, he gets away. Alright, meanwhile, that guy died. So Brit retreated. Sure. He was our guy. We thought he was going to last. Oh, he got killed by Incinerate in the end. And it looks like it was Guardians that did the trick here. Yeah. So he just got surrounded by human infantry with big two-handed weapons, and then you die. Because Divine Shield isn't quite enough. And my guys have strength and probably strength of giants, so they can kind of get out of Divine Shield eventually. And, you know, Liquid Body, again, saving him, because 21 damage, 24 damage. And then we just kill him. And then we've got the 2 Communion guys. You know, I think we actually... there's another werewolf here, Algot. Dude, I think... Oh no, Algot was casting Grip of Winter. There was another thug. Let me just watch this again. There's a guy in the back. And I'm not sure what happened to him. There was a thug way back here. Is this one of the guys who runs up front by the end? Let's see. Alright, sorry. We're trying to figure out what happened to this buddy back here. Oh, this was Brit. Okay, I thought... Because I remember there was a werewolf back here. I wasn't sure if it was a different one than the guys that were up front. Okay, so the end result of that battle is... fantastic. So we lost 8 regular dudes, and we lost 35 of our... They're not sacreds, but, you know, our cap-only dudes out of 119. We got a bunch of gear, and we killed 2 Gigyas. These are just his regular mages. We killed 4 of the cap-only mages, and then we killed all the Scrotty except 1, including all of them that were... well, only 1 geared Scrotty escaped, and we killed all the other ones, 2 of which were Communion slaves, and the rest of which were fully geared thugs. And we killed 35 sacreds. Yes. That is so satisfying, guys. This is what I wanted in this game. This is like what I was hoping. So honestly, like I could leave this game right now. I mean, no, but you know, that feels good. A victory like that feels so good. It feels good just because of the epic failure I had in Pythium, and then just being like 2v1'd and just getting wrecked by all this raiding. So the thing is, I just like deleted him. Okay, so now we got to talk about this. So okay, epic victory, right? But now what? I literally have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 provinces to my name. Okay, I guess these two, but they're not giving me income. So I still have no income, and he actually still has a whole bunch of thugs. I didn't kill all of them. He put like 5 of them onto this attack, but I've got a whole bunch more. Now, Vanheim is being attacked by Ind, but this is kind of like a slow and gradual process, and it's really hard for me logistically to go and grab all this land again. One of the challenges here is that I need to... So the correct size, really, for a counter-raiding party might be something kind of like this. This, I believe, is... Because I have to fight... It's either a small Van raiding party, or it's going to be a Scrotty. So it has to be able to kill a Scrotty. Now, this is able to kill a Scrotty. Based on what we've seen, I mean, this is actually probably a ton of extra mage support, but this is able to kill a Scrotty. Just like, honestly, 20 guys with, halberds is kind of able to kill a Scrotty, but with all this extra mage support, for sure. So I can send around that size of army. So I could break this big army up into a bunch of little armies and try and go and reclaim all my land. But if I do that, Jotunheim hasn't lost anything. I mean, he lost his big army. Okay, he has lost. He lost his big army. But, he can just make another one, right? I mean, we probably thinned out his sacreds number a bit. But he's just, I can't, counter-raid him. I can't out-raid him because I also have to do the same thing with Van. So what I'm doing instead is I'm going to do a bold move, and we're just going to go and take his cap. Because what we've proven is that our big army, with almost no losses, can kill anything that Jotunheim can throw at us. So we're just going to go and kill him. I mean, not completely kill him, but I mean, we're going to go and just sit on his cap, maybe take it. Because there's nothing he can do about it. And, and then we'll try to gradually build up small counter-raiding forces and try to reclaim some of our land. So you can see here I've broken off a little bit of a counter-raiding force. As long as I can keep trading with East and, funding production from my cap, where I can make some mage priests and some guardians, I'll be able to produce new small counter-raiding forces and gradually reclaim some of my land while trying to make big gains over here. So this is what, we're just moving the big army, moving on. So that is the plan. That's turn 37. Let's see if we can still keep going. Go to turn 38 here. I commissioned some equipment from Vanarus. These are some boosters, some nature boosters and some death boosters, and I could make them all. The issue was that I didn't have the mage turns on my pretender to do it, because I need to go send my pretender with my army. So Vanarus agreed to make these. I just paid him for the gems, and he made them, so that was nice. Okay, battle in Vanheim. This was... What happened here? This is... So Ind is not doing a great job here. I think this is because there's all the PD plus fans. Let's see what he's got. His guys. This feels like a very light commitment, I guess. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. The PD on the cap is pretty nasty. I don't think... I mean, these are great guys, too. it's like he was expecting him not to patrol his cap, right? This would have been appropriate. This would have taken out the PD. But with all of these guys, like he just has a few guys buffing, key buffs. This was predictably going to fail if he patrolled with anything. And this feels like a bit much to lose on the off chance that he's not patrolling his cap, given that you're in the cap circle already. So I disagree with that move there. Okay. Thug raiding us. We take back a province from Vanheim. Pythium, I don't know, attacking with scouts everywhere. That's fine. Vanheim taking another one of our provinces. Jotunheim sits on our capital with a werewolf. Good move on his part, by the way. This is a key battle here too. So let's talk about this in just a moment. Let's see if there's anything else here that we need to see. No. Oh, and Pythium is officially eliminated. Okay, we need to talk about this battle. I don't know if I saw this unit last turn, but Jotunheim got this guy. Tiatsi the Abductor. This is a national hero. And, oh my god, this guy could have completely wrecked me. Because of a few things. First of all, this gives him air access. Jotunheim does not appear to have any air access. He didn't get Crystal Amazons. He doesn't have it on his Pretender. Air access is the thing that's going to save him, right? Based on having seen that previous battle, he got wrecked by Iron Blizzard, right? And he has enchantment because he's doing Skeleспam. So just having this guy be with his army doing Arrow Fend, I think he wins. Like, a huge part of my strategy is just I'm fighting him because he has no air access, right? Like, that's like I'm going for the kill here because he has no air access. That's what enables me to do it. Now, obviously, I have my Guardians and they're chopping things up, and that's great. But a lot of support was coming from Iron Blizzard, right? That's how we destroyed his Communion before it had a chance to really get going. Not only that, he's Air Death. He could be doing Wailing Winds to me. Instead, he thugs him out. And now, maybe he wasn't expecting me to attack him, but he has thugged him out. So he, blessing whatever. I cast, Wailing Winds and all that stuff. Now, he has Air Shield. Cast it on him. Now, he's flying somewhere. I think he's going to attack rear. Yeah. Flying attack rear. However, he has damaged armor and a damaged shield. This is his Vine Shield. I don't know if it's because... I don't know what specifically caused that damage. Oh, no. The armor is broken. It was magical armor. But I got chunked. A lot of my guys are casting like Bonds of Fire and Fire Magic here. He does have fire resistance, but he's just getting trucked. He's also getting smitten. There's just like... We're going to look at the report here in a moment. Limp. Okay. So it says he retreated here. Yeah, he just gets, like, trucked by my army, and he retreats. Which I think is what it says here. Yeah. Because this stuff that we're finding on the ground, this was the stuff that my guys dropped. So I had my Black Lord. So my thugs that I had in the back to catch attack rear dudes, yep, it was a lumber construct who had like I got him in a random event, and he had some random gear, throwaway gear on him, so he died and the Black Lord died. So we lost a few pieces of gear, but we picked it up. That's why, because these are like the Vine Shield and the Whore Helmet. That's stuff that his Scotty dropped last turn, and so we just put it on our lumber construct. Anyways, he did his job. He died. The Abductor runs away. So that's really bad because there it is. There's the abductor. Like this guy. So I don't have a choice. I'm committed. I'm going for it. But honestly, he could win the war with this guy alone. So it's very, very scary for me. But we're going to move on to his cap, and hopefully things work out. Here's my anti-Scotty or Vans, possibly, squad. We're going to go onto our capital. We're also breaking siege with a few new guys that got recruited. So hopefully we catch the Scotty. Probably we won't, but you never know. And let's load up that turn. So that was turn 38. Turn 39. More gold from East. I forget what we sold him, but I'm sure it was worth it. Okay, battle on Jotunheim. Let's actually watch this. Okay, he has the abductor here. So he moved patrols onto his capital. Was he casting? So he's casting, he didn't rescript him because he's doing blessing first. But maybe he was afraid of like me catching him in the province where he was, so he had to cast blessing in case the fight happened there. So I understand that. But otherwise that was redundant. So yeah, he's just doing a thug bless. I think my guys are still busy killing the PD. Flight, okay, that's the end of the script. So he's about to attack rear. We've killed all the PD. And up he goes. Oh, he's not on attack rear this time. He's just on attack whatever. Oh, his armor is still broken, by the way. He got morale. He got routed right away. Well, we do have Wailing Winds, to be fair. And there's also... Hang on, let's rewatch this. It appears... Oh, I hadn't noticed this originally. There's a problem with this dude. He only has 17 morale. Holy shit. Yeah, that's a big problem. So he has a fear hat, but he only has 17 morale, and I'm doing Wailing Winds every fight. This is a glaring problem with this dude. So he needs a fire hat or something. Now, I know Jotunheim doesn't have fire magic, but he needed to trade for a fire hat. That is not a lot of morale. Alternatively, he could get a Berserker axe, whatever, the blood thing. But that is also a problem because given that I am throwing Iron Blizzards around, he might get pegged by a dart early on, and it might completely mess up his script. So that's tricky. That's a tricky situation to be in. Okay, so let's see what happens. So he's going to fly in. But he must have gotten just Wailing Winds. And now he's going to run away. So he's about to run away. Anytime now. Okay. Did you guys see all the red over here? So he hasn't yet... So flying is funny because he's running away, but like flying is like you fly up in the sky, but you're still in that square, and then in the next battle turn you land in the other square that you're about to land in. So he's running away. So he's flying up, but he's still in the battle, and it's next battle round that he will be out of the battle. Okay, so now it's battle round 7. Easy here. Now it's battle round 8. Okay, so now he's officially off the battlefield. Except there's a problem. So hang on, let's play that again just so it's clear. So battle in Jotunheim. All right. Battle round 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he lands on 6. He gets routed. So on 7, he decides, I'm out of here. See, so that was battle round 7. He flies off. But for all of battle round 7, he's there. See, I'm clicking. It's an empty square. He's still here. He's just flying away. Okay. Now, and I said the whole round, but obviously I'm wrong. It's not the entire round. It's a fraction. There's a part of the round. Oh no. Yeah, that's right. There's a part of the round where he's still up there. Dead. Let's watch that one more time. Fast forwarding a little bit. Okay, slow motion, guys. Look at this square. He's dead. We got him. This, I think, was a big misplay on Jotunheim's part. I think that this guy should have been casting Arrowfend and other things like that. This means that we can now safely rampage around in his heartlands. Now, unfortunately, Jotunheim is also rampaging around in our heartland. Here we are. See, this is the issue with going with a small raiding force like this. Now, he actually attacked me. We had like one mage with some guardians, but he's got like 15, 3 commanders and 15 vans. Now, we actually traded, like, we didn't lose the priestsmith. We only lost 6 guardians, and we killed 7 sacreds and a vanyal. That's actually fantastic. Like, that's actually a great ratio for us. Just goes to show how strong guardians are against, like, sacred elves, for example. But it wasn't enough to beat this because we needed to have, like, maybe more like 20. Like, it's, you know, one squad of 12 guys isn't going to take on, like, a full 3 commander sacred squad. But pretty good. Doing pretty good for themselves. Okay, Jotun Werewolf. Yeah, this is another example here where, oh, wait, this is super bad. Oh, no, this is the castle. They stormed the fort down south, and I couldn't get these guys out, so we just, I don't know, we tried to do something, but it didn't work. I think we did, yeah, air elementals, whatever. We cost them some gems, and that happened. Okay, East is on Satis again, and that is that. We don't quite one-pop his capital, but we got them to severely damaged, so that's pretty good. And you know what, guys? On the bright side, we barely have to deal with Van anymore because Jotunheim has raided all the land around us. So that's good. So our raiding squad now is going to be much larger, so large enough to handle any number of vans. And then we've got another squad up here, which I feel is able to kill a Scrotty. And then we're just going to siege down his cap. And he's retaken the stuff that's around it, but I don't care. He's not going to win any fights. My guys are not going to retreat. We're just going to take his capital. That is the plan, at least. By the way, stuff is going on in the world. I'm just having fun here. Okay, turn 39. Let's do the last turn. This episode is getting really long. Turn 40. Okay, we miss. Nothing here is happening. Oh, I feel like this was not scripted. Oh, they're on guard commander. I think I was trying to move these guys. Oh, these are the survivors. These are the survivors from that fight last time. So they were a little exposed. Ys attacks Satis. Satis manages to kill the champions, but one priest remains and is enough to lead these 20-odd Movarg Knights who just destroy everything. But why don't we take a look at this battle? Ys making a great use of these Black Hawks, which are from the summon spell. They just go and attack rear and mess with mages. Now in this case, they just kind of attack in the middle. Looks like Ys has been summoning, Satis has been summoning lions because he had nothing better to do. He's put up foul vapors. Movarks don't care. Pretty sure they have poison resistance. Yep, they do. Skeleton is usually very good in forts. You can see he summoned a bunch of whites who have a Bane Blade that does decay. Unfortunately, whites only have 13 attack, and these guys have 29 million defense. Now, I actually didn't see what caused the guys to rout in the back. I'd be curious to find that out. Might just have been poison chip damage. But this priest, being a boss, not dying to anything stupid, is going to allow his companions to not rout. But that was actually very close in terms of the commanders routing. Like, Satis almost got a full rout. What caused the other commanders to rout? They're not really geared or anything. One has flight. Huh. Looks like they're maybe in front here. Yeah, the Great Hawk dies. Oh, this champion just died. What did they die? It just jumped in and got surrounded by undead and died. That's pretty unglamorous for a Morgan champion. What a fail. That's so disappointing. I mean, he didn't have any gear, but still. That's pretty rough. Okay. Let's try Satis. Alright, these pop-ups, hang on a sec. Right. Okay. Let's wrap up this episode, which has taken a long time, but this is actually like a really important episode because we covered the whole first part of my epic 1v2. So we're in a very awkward position. We have no gold income. We're trading everything we own to Ys, who is funding our war against Jotunheim, which is fine by Ys, because that means he doesn't have to worry about Jotunheim, and it's fine by me, because it means I get to play longer. If it weren't for the fact that we got 2v1'd, or you could even say if Ind had been able to start his war with Vanheim earlier, so that I didn't get completely elfed right away, I think I would be, like, actively winning this war with Jotunheim. I think I have the upper hand. He can't touch my death stack. I can just go my doom stack here. I can just go and take all his forts. Like, there's nothing he can do about this. And I can just kind of slowly build up more and more counter raiding parties. And if ever we bump, I'm going to kill his Scotty. So I could just build up more of these parties and eventually, you know, kill him. But that's going to be really slow because I can only very, very slowly build up these parties because I have no income because all my stuff got taken by Vanheim. So that's what kills me about this situation is that the 2v1 that only lasted for like 3 turns really crippled me and stopped me from having a good war against Jotunheim. Now, this is still fun. Like, you know, it's like playing with a hand tied behind your back, but like I'm enjoying what I'm able to make happen with this, so I'm definitely enjoying the rest of this game. Now, if we look briefly at what's happening over here, remember how a while ago people wanted to have like a coalition against Ys and stuff like that? Well, Vanarus, who was like, yeah, we got to fight Ys, he still hasn't won his war against, like his first war was a war against Bandar Log. still has not succeeded. So a lot of talk from Van Roos, but he sort of hasn't even delivered on his first war. So he's, he's correct. His read of the game is correct, which is that East is going to, rampage through everybody. But he's in no position to act because he hasn't even finished his first war. Either like pieced out and moved on to something else, or won it, or lost it. He's just kind of still not quite winning. So that's a problem. Jotunheim never really bordered East. He had a great first war against Naba, but he just got crushed against MA Ulm, and it's not clear how he's going to survive. He's about to lose his cap. So he's kind of stuck in a forever war with me. Vanheim chose to gain a lot of land from me, which I can't disagree with as a strategy. However, by doing that, he ceded all of this land to East. And I feel that Vanheim could have taken this land, and East would not necessarily have fought him for it. East didn't want to have another enemy. He was just eating. He's just been scavenging. He hasn't fought a real enemy since the first few turns when he fought Atlantis, right? All the rest of this has been vulturing. So he's vultured Pythium. He's vultured Cetis. And it's not that he didn't have to do big fights against them. He did, but he was at a huge advantage when he took those fights. If Vanheim had taken Cetis here, I don't think necessarily East would have pushed into Vanheim. He could have, but he could have chosen any number of other opponents, and Vanheim easily could have made a deal with him. So I think Vanheim showed a lack of vision for the state of the game when he chose to attack me when he did. I think that he should have taken Cetis and then come in and elfed me, probably. Now, I say that because he didn't know that Ind was going to attack him. Maybe he suspected it. But so if we look at what did he get from raiding me? He got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These provinces we're fighting over in Jotunheim is seeing. So let's say he got 5 provinces here. He could have gotten a capital and a few surrounding provinces here from fighting Cetis. So what he got from me and what he could have gotten from Cetis is at least equivalent. I think he would have gotten more from Cetis. And let's say after that, I'm still fighting Jotunheim. If Vanheim is not fighting you as Vanheim, if Ind isn't fighting you as Vanheim, then you just go and backstab Ulm and take those 5 provinces anyways while he's busy fighting Skadi. If Ind decides to attack you, then you just turn around and fight Ind, and he's basically in the same position he is now, except instead of having some raided income over here and a neighbor who potentially could come and attack him, he just has a cap in his back pocket and he can go and fight Ind with that. So I think that would have been the better move, because in terms of game state, it takes something away from a player who's quite quickly running away with the game. So I think that's a mistake. From Ind's perspective, now I diploed him. I got him to attack Vanheim. I think he could have attacked anybody. He was, in theory, strong enough to attack anybody. Now, not necessarily a 1v1 versus East alone. So seeing that nobody else was going to attack East, I think he could have teamed up with Vanheim and attacked East. That could have been a thing. But Vanarus was the one who was pushing for it, and Vanarus can't even fight East because he hasn't finished fighting Bandarlog yet, so that's kind of embarrassing. So, I don't mean that for the player who's playing Vanarus. You're not expected to win all your wars. By default, you'll win 50% of them, right? So, obviously Bandarlog is putting up some resistance, and that's totally legit, and he is technically winning the war against Bandarlog, so it's just taking a long time. But what I mean is, Vanarus is in no position to do anything about East. So Ind could have collaborated with Vanheim, but Vanheim, the player, hasn't been very diplomatic all game. And then Ind felt that he was kind of being manipulated in terms of attacking East or not. So it totally makes sense that Ind would not attack East, certainly not alone. Now, he could have chosen to attack Jotunheim or me or Vanheim. I diploed him and got him to attack Vanheim. I think all those choices could have been legitimate choices for him. Like, all could have worked out. I am surprised at how ineffective he has been so far against Vanheim. I think as an Astral Nation, he would have done very well against Giants. Now, I would have gotten probably more wrecked, but if Ind was attacking Jotunheim, there would be maybe less pressure coming from Jotunheim. Maybe these Scrati would be deployed elsewhere, and then I could devote more resources to fighting Vanheim. That'd be a really different situation. I don't think the strategic decision to attack Vanheim or Jotunheim or me is too much of the issue here with Ind. He just isn't like executing. Like, I haven't seen enough of the battles, but he's not like doing a good enough job of winning this war. Which, I mean, it happens. Maybe Vanheim just has the upper hand, either through better play or just it's a better matchup. I haven't studied that matchup too much, but it's I mean, Ind is strong. It's Astral. So I don't know. But that is a bit of a failure for Ind now. And Vanheim is coming out okay. He has lost, a number of Sacreds rating, but he's gotten some land that I can't really get back. And he is potentially gaining ground to his east against Ind. But there's kind of... But, like, what happens after is the problem, because East is massive and is going to win the game. So it's not clear why, like, what Vanheim's plan is here. Okay. Sorry, this episode has been epic. We're going to end it now. See you guys next time. Take care.